Hey, welcome to the spoiler section. We're talking space between us. All right, spoilers for Space with the. I think we should start this off with both of our favorite moment in the whole movie.
Okay.
And, so there's a little bit of setup to where the girl in the movie, her dad's a crop duster pilot, and she knows how to fly a biplane. So of course they use it in one scene to get away, and they're just running out of fuel. Something happens. It's really unclear as to why, but they need to make like a crash landing. So they're in the middle of the desert. They like land on a freeway and then turn, and there's a barn, right? And they're like, of course they're gonna hit the barn. And like they both jump out of the plane, which is really easy to do apparently.
It's biplane.
It's a biplane, and it crashes into the barn, and it waits just like 2 beats, and you're like, okay, and then boom, like the goofiest like stock explosion you've ever seen. It was glorious. It was something out of like the cheesiest schlock you. Oh.
The best thing I can think of is there was some famous barnstorming footage way back in the day, and there is one where a biplane crashes into a barn, but it doesn't explode with fire. There's just a bunch of dust that comes out. But maybe it was an homage to that.
I think it was an homage to that Simpsons episode where their car crashes and slides out on the ice, and then it smashes through the ice, and then it explodes. like it felt like it was like a James Bond movie where the car goes off the cliff and explodes, and then it lands. Like
at this point in the movie, you're pretty much just analyzing for like, there's something else that's wrong, and oh my god, I can't connect with these characters, and oh my god, what are they doing? Why is that there? And all of this kind of things, and at that point, just reached a point when the explosion happened, I just couldn't hold it in.
It was like the tipping point.
It was the tipping point. It was the catalyst. I just burst out laughing so hard that I think I pulled something. My chest felt pain because I was laughing so hard at this thing.
Because of its stroke.
Yes, because of this ridiculousness. But yeah, I will have to agree. This probably hands down my favorite part of the film.
It just sums up the movie so perfectly, because every other like dialogue interaction or any interaction in the whole movie, it feels like the dialogue version of that moment. That goofy like on the nose, horrible, like, oh no, they're not gonna really go that direct. I guess that's where we're headed. Like, and the science in this movie is just non-existent. It's just terrible.
Yeah, see, I would like to know if they had some sort of like agreement or sponsorship by NASA.
I would think so. They use the logo.
They use the logo a lot. I mean, it was obviously the NASA program, a special program attached to it, and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But like, there was some realistic depictions of, hey, if you want to go to Mars right now and hold up a little colony, this is what it's gonna kind of look like if you do it right now. And then they go and create technology out of thin air to explain things.
Oh man.
So.
Oh man. Like, he has an internet connection, and they have fluid communications with Earth from Mars, instantaneous, no delay at all.
No lag, anything like that. So he's having a chat with the girl on Earth.
On her laptop.
Yeah.
The laptops of the future are just clear pieces of plastic that have like things projected onto them, and you can see whatever someone's looking at on the backside of their screen. And I don't want to live in that future. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what somebody's. Laptops are fine where they.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. No.
Oh God.
And because they've established that, why doesn't he have access to the font of information that the internet is?
Well, it's weird because he has, like, the German... Oh, God. The German astronauts bring him a German expressionist film, and he loves it. He's very into it. And apparently he lives with a bunch of scientists who are just really not worried about his education at all.
So when he comes to Earth, he's surprised by what a dog is and what a horse is.
Even though he's watching movies. Like, you can't tell me that he never saw a movie with the horse. Nobody ever was like, hey, we should bring that kid in space, like a movie about high school. Like, they brought him a German...
when he's 3, have a picture book that goes... or one of that speak and says moo. Yeah, exactly. The horse says neigh. Come on.
It was funny because when I saw that in the trailer, I was like, why doesn't he know what a horse is? And somebody was like, oh, it's because on Mars they didn't tell him about Earth at all. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. That'll be like some dramatic tension. Like he finds out about Earth and that's why he's so angry. That makes sense. No, he knows about Earth.
Yeah,
he knows everything about Earth.
Yeah, scientists teach him everything.
Oh yeah,
he's super smart. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a snarky robot friend.
Yeah.
Which feels very 90s. That was like super a thing, like to have like a goofy robot companion.
Yeah.
But like they don't do anything with the companion really. Like he's there and then he's gone. Maybe he's the best part of this movie.
He
might be the best. He might be the yeah. If there was 100% more of that robot in the movie.
No, it couldn't hurt. I mean, there's not a lot of things you can do that would hurt.
Yeah. Oh, man. And I feel so bad for the main actress, because she's clearly, like, in her mid-20s, maybe late 20s.
Got to play a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and Asa Butterfield's 19, playing 16. That works, because he's got those big doe eyes, but, like, the two of them, when they kiss, it's a little uncomfortable. It's a little like, ooh, that didn't look appropriate.
Hey, man.
It's all legal. It's all legal. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, like a Michael Bay's Transformer, Romeo and Juliet legal. God, I don't know. That ruins a lot of the romance elements too, because you're just like and no reasonable adult is going to root for two 16-year-olds to be together forever. She should move to Mars. No, she shouldn't. She's 16.
Well, they do at least make her have to go through the astronaut training program, as opposed to like whitewashing it and go, yeah, you go with him too, so you can be happy together.
And I couldn't figure out the one actress. So on Mars, like his mother dies giving birth to him on Mars, right? Yeah. And there's one scientist who specifically is like sort of his mother figure, and she lives there for the majority of his life growing up. But then when they both come back to Earth, they have to. They have to send him back to Mars because his heart is too big. But they leave her behind. Mm-hmm. And she's very sad about this and lonely. And I'm just like, why couldn't she go back to Mars? And if it's, well, you can't live your whole life in Mars, what's Gary Oldman doing? Because they send him back up to Mars with him to live out. I don't know. That was like really, that was just as confusing as anything else in this movie. Oh, also, if your heart is too big, because of the gravity on Earth, is causing you internal distress, right? I thought the whole movie was building up to a heart transplant scene where like he gets a heart, he can stay on Earth. They do a whammy reveal that Gary Oldman's his dad, and I was like, oh, so Gary Oldman's gonna be like, I couldn't bear the weight of all this. I'm gonna give you my heart, and it'll be fine, But no, I think that was too dark, too dark for like as cheesy as everything is. So their solution.
Which they clearly identify very early in the movie.
They have Chekhov's private spacecraft. At the beginning of the movie, they show him doing simulations of flying this thing. They all pile in while Oz is having a little coma heart attack freak out. And they breach the atmosphere.
Increasing the G's.
Yeah, somehow they were like, let's have astronauts. And then literally learned nothing about space travel, even breaking the atmosphere. Because, yeah, you have to experience multiple heavy G's before you can get to that weightless sort of area. So, like, they basically killed him. And he just wakes up like, oh, I'm fine. Intestines just, you just got to get him back. Oh, God. And that's the climax of the movie, by the way. I'm not describing, like, a little detail. This is, like, the solution to their problems. And they never address like, oh yeah, so while we're putting together the rest of the Mars mission to actually make it up to space, where do we leave him? How is it so easy to make unscheduled space flight? Can they meet up with the International Space Station? This movie doesn't care about any of that, obviously, but it's just their solution to their problem just adds so many more confusing like problems. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Well, that's because
Why
it
am I
wasn't.
nitpicking
It
this
wasn't a
movie?
solution.
I can't. I shouldn't nitpick. This movie doesn't need nitpicking because you can just point to like any major thing. Does the theming work? No. Does the characters work? No. Is there a consistent through line? No. Is the movie the right length? No. Is Gary Oldman good in it at least? He doesn't. No, he doesn't have anything. His character's horribly written.
They gave him nothing to work with, really.
Is the cinematography good? It's all very flat and by the book. On the rule of thirds is in effect, full effect. I think they shot a lot of it on telephoto lenses, but like boring ones. I don't know. Everything in this movie just looks flat and by the book. It feels like somebody just trying to get to the next scene. The editing is done to have the fastest possible movie you could.
Yeah.
But it also undercuts the idea of any scene having tension or a moment at all. Anything that would be a moment is passed by so quickly that it can't be a moment.
Yeah, flow is completely ignored.
Oh, man. And they should have... I don't know. I feel like you should have tried to cut out a scene and let some moments breathe rather than show every scene and then blow right by them. That's all I got.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all you need, really. That's rough. I'm trying to. It's difficult for me to find something good to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a big fan of space stuff.
Love space.
So I liked all the shots of space stuff. Though I think their rendering of Mars was a little too, it's too clean,
they didn't get
not
the clouds
real
and
enough.
atmosphere right. And it felt very, it just felt like a 3D model in a way that I haven't seen a planet feel like that in a long time. These, not quite like the intro to Next Generation, but like...
I'm just gonna...
But close. They rounded the edges or something. Like they tried to make it look nicer than it does for some reason. Who knows? I don't know. I wish this movie had like a color palette or something I could talk about, or like a consistent anything. I got nothing. I got nothing from this movie.
I think that explains it all.
Yeah, we had more fun after the movie laughing about it than we did during the movie.
That's true. That's true.
So, recommend? Junmei, would you recommend this film?
Well, like I said in the previous segment, no, don't. Well, here. Okay, give me. Here's the good part. If you want to think the long term, and you're in filmmaking, and you don't want to work too hard, then support this movie and make sure that it has lots and lots of money. So the bar is set really, really low, so that in the future, when you're making a film, it doesn't have to be any good because you're gonna make lots of money. There, I found something positive.
You heard it, folks. If you don't care about the quality of any film, but you want to make money making movies, make sure this bar is set as low as possible. Yeah, I like that. That's literally the only thing that could... No! Keep the bar higher, damn it! I mean, obviously, I have nothing to recommend in this movie. I already broke it down on everything. On the soundtrack is forgettable and
I don't remember
non-existent
about it.
as well. So there you go. Not even the costumes are bad in this movie. I need to stop. No, don't watch this movie. All right, that's it for Stubtown this week. Remember, we're brought to you by PSU TV. If you want to be on a crew, on a show, just reach out to us at contact@psu.tv. And we'll see you next week with, I think, Lego Batman. So that'll be better no matter what. See you later.